Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button if you feel led to do so. Make sure you thumbs up the video if you like what you see, and make sure to leave a comment below as well. Welcome back. If you're already family, hello family. Welcome back. Welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm so glad to have you. Okay, so let's jump right in. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am doing pretty good myself. Yes, yes, yes. It is nice and sunny here in Chicago. So the weather is doing really, really nicely. So I'm definitely enjoying that. I plan on trying to go outside today and try to get a little sunlight in. That's for sure. Well, let's jump right into the video. So, stretching and pulling. Do you feel like you are possibly being stretched and pulled? Yes, so something to think about, something to ponder on for a moment. And what does that even mean when you're being stretched, when you're being pulled by God? So, the first point that I want us to look at and think about, and I want to talk about is challenging yourself to grow beyond your limits. Sometimes we place ourselves in a box in life and we feel like we can only go so far. We feel like we can only do so much, we can only say so much, and that's pretty much it for us. So, what you want to do is you want to try to get yourself out of that frame of mind and you want to push past those blocks that people have put upon you or put up in front of you or that you placed on yourself as well. So you want to challenge yourself to try to grow beyond those limits there. Now that can be easier said than done if you have always, been doing this. You've always kind of told yourself, "Hey, I'm only going to do this, so I'm going to do so much. I can only go so far in life," you know, and it can be really out of fear and apprehension. You just feel like you're afraid. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of yourself, of your talents that you have, and you're just not sure. You're just not sure of what next level looks like for you, right? So that can be kind of scary. So that could be the reason as to why you are placing those limits on yourself. So you want to challenge yourself to shift your mindset so that you can get out of and grow beyond those limits. Another point I want to make is riding with the flow of the discomfort. So when you're being stretched and pulled by God, it is uncomfortable initially. Why is it uncomfortable? Because you're not expecting it to happen sometimes. You're in a certain season of life that God has placed you in, and you're growing in all kinds of ways, and it's His way of pushing you a little bit further and making you go a little bit more further than you really wanted to go. So sometimes it makes you really uneasy and it puts you on e- 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 edge because you did not ask for this. You didn't. You know, you wanted to get to a certain level. You wanted to get from point A to point B, but you didn't know the cost. A lot of times we ask God for a lot of things. We ask Him for something. We want the big dreams, to happen, like the big cars and the houses and the greatest careers ever, and all these special little things, the spouse and whatnot. But sometimes we don't know the cost of those things. We don't know what the preparation process will entail. We have no idea what that will look like. And so, God just wants us to be ready for those big things that He has in mind for us to accomplish and for us to achieve. He's more than willing to give you the desires of your heart, but He just wants to make you ready for those things. He's a God of order, and so He wants to make sure that things happen in proper timing and proper order. He does not want to give you, a car, and let's just say you can't drive at the moment. You have no license, or license is suspended, you know, or you can't pay for the car. So it's just, things have to happen in a certain order. He don't want to give you a spouse and your heart is broken from past relationships, and you have not healed properly. So He wants to do these things in His timing for a reason, so that they work out better for you, so you will get the best result, right? So the stretching and the pulling sometimes feels a little bit uncomfortable. I get it. I've been in that situation. I'm in that situation now. So I know how that feels. I know it doesn't feel so good when you're asked to step up to the challenge of doing things that are outside of your own comfort zone that you set for yourself. You like, God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to call that person. No, I don't want to go to that event. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to take that job. Nope, nope. And He's like, do it, okay, do it, because I need you to step up and do it, because I need to get you from this place that you're in now to the next place that I'm taking you, that I have in mind for you. But you got to get past this moment. See, in life we go moment to moment. But to get to the moment that you desire, you have to get to the one that you really ain't really feeling. you know, because a lot of times in our minds we're thinking like, "Whew, I can't wait until this is over with, right?" You know, because I can't wait till so and so happen or XYZ happens, right? But how you gonna get there? You can't get to the point, that next point, until you have gotten through the undesirable, the uncomfortable, the uneasy, the unwanted, the thing you don't want to be bothered with. You got to get through that, because that is going to strengthen you and grow you for what is coming, the thing that you really, really want, you know? So you got to go through that kind of valley season before you get to harvest season, right? Yeah, it's one of those situations. Lastly, challenges are hard. Yes, they are, but they only grow us and make us stronger. So just remember that. Remember that it's tough. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Being stretched, being pulled, being required and asked to do above and beyond what you plan to do is really, very, really, really very difficult, but it is very much worth it. So it is okay. It's okay. In the end, it all works out for your good and God's glory. So it's a win-win process, you know. There's nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with feeling a little on edge about being stretched, about being pulled in different directions, you know. But you stay steadfast and you continue to allow God to lead your life. Let him lead. Trust his leading. He knows what he's doing. He loves you so, so much. So he's going to lead you where you're supposed to be. It may be a little uncomfortable, but he's going to comfort you all the way. So he got you. He got you. You just stay holding on tightly to him, and you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this thing. Keep going. Challenge yourself to keep going no matter how uncomfortable, how uneasy it feels. You know, how much in pain you are. You're going to keep going. You're going to push through it. And before you know it, your season of next level has arrived. Yes. Amen. Amen. All right. I hope you guys were encouraged by today's video. I hope that you received a blessing from it. I hope that you really got something from it. That is my hope and that is my prayer for you all. I'm always praying for you guys. I hope that everything is going well in your lives. Yes, yes, yes. But leave me a comment below or a thumbs up the video. And if you have not subscribed and you wish to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe today. I do appreciate it. I love all the things. Yes, yes, yes. But you guys take care. Have a blessed rest of your week. And I will do the same. And I will talk with you soon.